Thank you for joining me, Libra friends. I'm David, and I'm doing your heart spread for the third time. Hello, Mercury retrograde. Let me check something just a moment. Jeez. Okay. It seems to be working. I did one with no volume, one that wasn't on, but I'm not letting go of this read. I'm not doing another read. Nothing wrong with the read. Problem with technology. And, we can't let these planets kick us around. I told the sun one time straight up, I said, "You think you're so bad?" I said, "In a few billion years, you're gone." I said, "I'm an eternal thing. I was never born. I never die." I said, "Well, I'm not your bitch, son." And I got a really bad sunburn. Sagittarius. So Libra, seriously, I laugh because I don't want to cry. But I like your reading. I think I know it really well now. No need to clarify. Let's get all the cards. Let's clarify with the Klimt art deck, okay? We're using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck. Um, and you come in as the Chariot, okay? I love this energy, and I feel like this is the energy. You're watching a tarot channel. If you're someone's into astrology and all that, you're a spiritual person. I get the feeling. Excuse me, I gotta take a few deep breaths because I don't know what it is this morning. Probably talking too much. I'm not used to talking so much. Don't speak very good Spanish, and I'm in Mexico, so it's kind of like I don't really. This is really mostly where I talk. So, but here you are, riding high and spiritually vibing high, and feeling like connected. I feel like with this. You've been doing some manifestation work, and I feel like then, so even before that, for years you've been healing and growing whatever work you've been doing, which means before that you probably were really hurt, and that's how you got to this point. Okay. And then your person comes in with strength here, and you see in this card, of course, it's Leo. Could be a Leo person or Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But it's kind of a young strength card. The woman's youngest one I've ever seen. Very beautiful. So someone that's very grounded and very kind of serene. I get a little bit of a Venusian energy off of it for some reason. Um, whether a man or a woman, it really doesn't matter. Um, so that means someone who's really charming and I think physically really attractive. And I think you're attractive too. And I'm not just saying that because it's the third time. No, I'm not. All right. So in fact, this I have a vision of the two of you, and you're very attractive. And I kind of go back to all that, but you're people look at you and people smile, because you're that couple that's oh my God, so obviously in love. But you got to get there, okay? So how do we get there from here to that snapshot? And I had a vision of you guys. Maybe one day there'll be many snapshots because people will be like so impressed. They'll just maybe take a snapshot. Maybe you're kissing or holding or whatever. Um, it's a very innocent, light, wonderful, really positive vibe here. Okay. Um, so then it came as a concern because now in the relationship you show up with Five of Pentacles energy, which I then clarified with the Klimt deck with the Four Wands. And this shows the energy of where you're at, once you're in the relationship. So it's really in response to your person, how I mean to see that. So you're in these late stages of manifestation. It's almost like I could see you're almost literally in the air and you're literally moving because this is moving towards someone. You're someone who's let go of kind of everything, not quite everything. We'll get to that. Um, you're a bit vulnerable. This Five of Pentacles and the Four Wands. You know what you want. So I think you're manifesting. This shows what you want. What we want is also our fears. What's our fears? That we won't get it. It's not hard. And that's where the lack mentality comes in. You're in a vulnerable position. It could be some feeling of like, my God, this is too good to be real. I can't believe this is happening. I think you could be getting flack from close friends or relatives or exes as well, but not so much as your person here. It's really their issue. Your issue with the high priestess is really trusting your intuition, trusting that this is your spiritual path. realizing that now it's everything. And once you step onto the spiritual path, I felt like uh, shocked and kind of angry. No, angry. And it's just the shit hit the fan. It's like, so when you tell spirits, like I'm with the chariots, like I want to be in the groove of my soul's purpose and flow. It doesn't necessarily suddenly all turn into a bed of roses. I'm just saying there can be challenges, and it can definitely be scary again, where you're at. And there's a little energy of a trust fall. And I feel with this, it's like you're really doing a trust fall into the hands of the universe. Think of it like that. But the one that catches you, Libra, is going to be your partner. And look, they're solid. It's a very solid, sincere place. They're going to be there for you. They are there for you. It's not any question about that. Okay, I'm going to put that aside for a moment. And that aside for a moment. Now here it became a little scary to me too. Loved Ace of Pentacles, really solid. They're there just catching you. You can fall into their arms. They're going to be there. Now I'm thought, now what's this? Are they trying to walk away? Well, they really are. And then you get the Five of Pentacles, and for them, it's a battle uh, with family, with tradition. They're somewhere in the world different. I mean, not the United States. I don't know if this year. I know I'm going specific, but I go with the cards, man. Can't be that many people have relationships with, but who knows? I do. But I'm here in another country. But Libra, this is pretty clear. So keep in mind that it's scary for you, and you're the one kind of taking its chances. You're the one that's exposed. You're the one, if it's a twin flame, I wanted to say, you're the activator, and they're the sleeper here. And so as we go along, I think this is there's a transition, and it's going to be easier for you in general, the kind of changes you're going to be going through and everything, okay? Um, so keep that in mind, that for them, it's not about another person. It's about their identity, their home, their country, their family, and they're going to have to, in some way, they're really going to have to fight for you, and they're going to have to walk away. And I thought of the biblical, like, leave your family and go to your husband's family. I think was, how sexist the Bible is, but you get the drift, a metaphor. That's going to be some kind of real thing for them. And I think they're so in, but they're pretty strong. And I think they're a person that's they're not afraid to say fuck you to somebody, and I mean that in a good way. The Leo and the ego, and it's like we all need the ego, and the proper ego sometimes can say, you know what, fuck you, it's just how it is in life. And so I don't think it's going to be that traumatic for them to break free and to do whatever they have to do. I do think that they could have an issue with the mother or father or both being almost cut off. Like somebody says to them, if you do this, you're dead to me. But they're going to do it, and that's not a problem. But it is going to be hard for them, and going to be meaning letting go of something, almost letting go. I want you to understand, Libra, of like an identity that they had, that was tied up with their nationality, their tribal identity, I want to say, ethnicity, religiosity, their place. Look at the star, just saying, okay, in the Middle East. But um, they're there. They're all in, and they're basically very strong and a very good match for you. Now, what are you grieving over? Shit, man, I understand this. You're letting go of everything. Like, you know what? Somebody really pushed you. I don't even have a country. It means anything to me. I don't have a hometown. I don't have a family. I'm just free in the world, you know? And that's where you guys end up with the Knight of Pentacles and the outcome of your heart spread here for the first half of June. I'm sorry, but it's just a very beautiful outcome. And this is now where I really understand the vision I had of this beautiful young couple. Frankly, both of you, and maybe not even really young, but just beautiful, beautiful bodies. and very obviously in love and romantic, and you're wandering the world here. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. And you love it, and I think you're very at home like this. It's like this is what you're in the groove of. This is your chariot's on the roll. It doesn't just stop when you meet this person. They get on board your chariot and you go I don't know where, but I see people taking pictures of you, like you're so attractive and you're so obviously in love, and you're like these kind of Hallmark card poster children people, for romantic love, and it's really a beautiful thing. And I just keep in mind that for your person, it's going to be a little bit harder, this grieving process. I think this you're already going through this. You're probably vibing a little higher. You think of plucking a plant out, and having to replant. It's a little vulnerable for a while. You're kind of vulnerable now, I think. But once you get together and you work through this, you're gonna start feeling a lot stronger and less vulnerable. And I think they're going to be a period of time where they might not show it, but try to keep in mind and be a little extra supportive and give them a little extra, right? For a little bit. So it might be a period of 5 months or half a year after you get together, because this is a lot. This change is a lot for them. It's more for them, but they're almost in sync with you, because once they do this, it's almost like, but they don't really have quite the feeling. You just genuinely feel like, I really don't care about whatever, Ohio or Michigan, wherever you're from, and you're just a citizen of the world, and you're happy to be alive, and you're in love, and you're free, and it's beautiful, and you're in touch, with your soul's purpose to boot. I mean, what do you care? But I think now your person, this is why it's harder for them. They're going to feel more attached, and they're going to feel emotionally, cups or emotions. The connection a little harder is going to be harder for them. And I want, if you're cross watching, or you tell them, you don't have to let go. What you do is you hold space for them, and they'll come back around after a year when they have grandbabies. They'll come back around.